We're going to get to the Stanley Cup in a bit here, but this is something that hits home for us, especially Ryan, Rick, and I. 1,300 jobs cut today by Bell in the broadcast industry, closing or selling a total of 9 radio stations, local stations across the country, and that includes TSN 1260 in Edmonton. And my understanding of this whole situation, and again, we're going to get to the Stanley Cup in a bit, folks, is that they did the same thing they did to us back in 2021, where there was no notice. Some generic music just started playing. They locked up the control board, and that was it. Again, 1,300 people were out of work. These are the mental health. These are the let's talk people.
Let's talk guys.
They did it again. They learned nothing. Oh, and among the stations that are being wiped out, the frequencies will remain, but you're not going to be able to listen to anything. 1410 Bloomberg. Rick, 1410 is CFUN.
Used to be CFUN. Yep, it is.
No, to me, it will always be CFUN. This was the late, great CFUN. This was something we all listened to as kids. If you grew up in British Columbia, if you grew up in Vancouver.
Yes, you're right.
It's done for now anyway. Again, the frequency remains. Somebody with brains might end up buying it, and also going to the wayside. The funny station, 1040, where all of us used to work, where we got axed from in 2021.
So the funny guys didn't work.
Not so funny.
Yeah, they're not so funny anymore. Donnie,
So
this is a dark day. Dark day.
I'm not that smart. I'm not that bright. Neither are you. Neither is Ryan.
I know.
I don't run a company. Okay, I work for a great one in Czech.
Yeah.
They know how to do things.
Thank you.
What you see from Czech is a model I think you're going to see across the country in the very near future. But why is it these companies that profess to do so much for people and so much for the country, why isn't they? And please text into the Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox, folks, if you can help me out here. Why is it they can't go to their employees and say, hey, we're hurting here. Yeah. We're not so sure we're doing a great job of running these stations. Can you take a pay cut? Yeah. Would you like to stick around and take? I would have.
I would have
at 1040, right? I mean, I don't get it. There's got to be some HR, some human resources reason for that. But being out of work versus taking a pay cut, I'll take the pay cut. Or it's just amazing. Like the reason you're cutting these jobs is because you're doing a poor job of running those companies, or running those stations.
Yeah,
you are.
But when ownership is in Toronto, Don, and the suits are in Toronto, and they're shutting down stations in Vancouver, they don't care. They're shutting down stations in Edmonton, they don't care. There's no personal attachment. When the owner is sitting in Toronto and the stations are in Vancouver, they don't care. They don't care. This is the 4th all-sports station that has shut down in this country in the last 3 years. All-sports radio is in trouble in this country. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, I just can't believe that one of the stations is – I still can't believe that 1040 is dead and 650 is doing a fine job. But 1260 in Edmonton, Connor McDavid's in that town.
How do you shut down an all-sports station that has Connor McDavid in it?
Yeah. Wow. And, in Edmonton, they care a lot more about the CFL than they, this is with all due respect, than they do in Vancouver at this point.
Yeah.
There's the Oil Kings. I just can't believe they don't have an all-sports station anymore that I know of. But look, I'll tell you right now, and again, I'm going on here. I know we're running short. We got started late today for various reasons, and I apologize. I apologize for that. But I think the model that people have to follow if broadcasting is going to get anywhere near the way it used to be, and you and I went through some great times in this business, is what Czech is doing right now, where you have the foundation of traditional media, TV, radio, whatever the case may be, in our case, television, and you shoot out you shoot out Twitter from there, YouTube from there, which is what we do, right? And podcast from here. I think that's the way to do it. But this is just ridiculous. And these ads, they talk about how great they treat their employees. Talk to these 1,300 people today about that.
Very
shameful.
Dark day today.
Real shameful. And the money some of these executives make, it's awful. Okay. Hearts go out to those 1,300. I know there are worse things in life, folks. I get that, but it's sensitive for us. It hits, and these are friends of ours who are out. Some of them are friends of ours who are out of jobs. So it hits hard.